the judge berated Diddy's lawyers in court saying, you said that he was violent and you had no problem saying that. So he's going back to jail. Like, this judge don't like Diddy. Almost kicked him out of court multiple times during the trial, if you guys recall. So a lot of people will say, well, he has to go by the sentencing guidelines. Again, it's at his discretion. There was a Supreme Court case back in 2005 that allowed federal judges to go off of the discretion instead of the sentencing guidelines. So all he would have to do is write a letter according to the law and say, this is the reason that I went outside of the guidelines and this is my decision, submitted, and that's over with. So this is why Diddy will want the presidential pardon, because if he in jail and his lawyers are coming to him and presenting like, look, man, this judge don't like you. We getting information from around these circles that, you know, he ain't about to let you out of prison. You about to go do some time. You 55 years old right now. If he gives you 20 years, you'll be home when you're 75, bro. We got to either get you back into a new trial or get a presidential pardon. So this is where, you know, Diddy start going back to the pardon stuff. The article says that the prosecutor said they now expect Diddy could face a substantially higher prison sentence than 4 to 5 years that they once thought he was likely to face after his conviction. They made an observation in the court, in a court's written, they made the observation late Thursday in the Manhattan federal court written submission, in which they also opposed Diddy's request to be released on $50 million bail while he awaits his October 3rd sentencing. So they already are against him getting out. We know that. The article says that prosecutors said after the verdict that they thought federal sentencing guidelines meant to prevent wide disparities in sentencing for the same crimes would likely call for a prison term of 4 to 5 years. But they said that now they believe the guidelines range will be substantially higher, raising the risks that Diddy will flee. So basically, we can't let Diddy out of jail on his $50 million bail because he realizes, just like we realized, that the guidelines, when we did the guideline calculation, is substantially higher. Substantially is the key word, the operative word here. It's substantially higher than 4 to 5 years that he's going to be doing. So we think that he's going to run. So that's why we wouldn't let him out on bail. I don't think Diddy's going to get bail. The judge already don't want him out. So the article says the judge will have wide latitude in determining a sentence and can choose to ignore the guidelines, which are not mandatory. Diddy's lawyers have said they believe that he should get 21 to 27 months in prison. So, on the day of the verdict, the prosecutors won a bail fight after Diddy's lawyers argued that he should be freed immediately on bail. The judge denied the defense's request, saying that Combs hadn't met the burden of showing by clear and convincing evidence to be a lack of danger to any person or the community. So Diddy, you ain't proved that you a safe dude out here, basically. Also, there was something else that I read too in this. There was something else that I read. Here it is. Said the defendant's extensive history of violence and his continued attempt to minimize his recent violent conduct demonstrates his dangerousness and that he is not amendable to supervision. The defendant utterly fails to establish by clear and convincing evidence as required that he does not pose a danger to the community. So that's why Diddy is still in jail. He feeling that pressure. He like, man, I need a pardon. What can I do? How can I get out of here? I'm going crazy. I need help. Somebody, either y'all get me a new trial, which is what he's requesting now. Either y'all get me a new trial or get me an acquittal based on these charges. And if you Diddy's lawyers, you got to fight for him. I mean, that's what he paid you to do. So I'm not even mad at his lawyers. I will want my lawyers to fight for me too. Now, before 50 Cent went and sat with Trump, it was reported that the pardon for Diddy was reportedly hinging on the bail hearing, right? This is before 50 Cent went and talked to Trump. And it said that Trump was given serious, quote, serious consideration to a presidential pardon for Diddy ahead of his sentencing. It said according to the report, the potential pardon hinged greatly on the outcome of the rapper's upcoming bail hearing. The music mogul asked the judge to release him on $50 million bond after several of his previous attempts to secure bail were denied. Said Donald Trump previously hinted at the possibility of a pardon, noting that he will have to consider the facts. Said Trump is reportedly considering, or was reportedly considering, handing Diddy a presidential pardon following the battle in court. And it says, according to TMZ, Trump was more than, quote, more than open to pardoning Diddy, depending on the decision that the judge made on the rapper's latest bail petition. The news outlet reported that if Diddy was granted bail, Trump would hold off on his decision until his sentencing. If the judge denies him bail, a decision would have been made immediately. So basically, if Diddy wasn't able to get out on $50 million bail, Trump would have probably pardoned him right away before 50 Cent talked to Trump. And I'm going to show you guys what Diddy said and what 50 Cent brought to Trump to make him go, oh yeah, nah, we cool. I'm cool. Leave him in jail. We got a poll in the chat as well. Do you guys think 50 Cent is wrong for this? Do you think 50 is wrong for doing everything he can to keep Diddy in jail? Now, voting at 83% so far say no. 17% say, yeah, 50 wrong for that. It says, according to the news outlet, the insider explained that Trump resonates with Diddy case because, like him, he feels the rapper was unfairly targeted by the feds, especially as the lead prosecutor in the case, Maureen Comey, was recently fired. The source also added that the timing of the presidential pardon would be perfect as it helps turn away the attention from the Epstein scandal, which is an interesting thing to factor in. It said the possibility of a presidential pardon for Diddy has been a recurrent topic since Trump first floated the idea in the Oval Office. When Trump said, "I will certainly look at the facts if I think somebody was being mistreated, whether they like me or not. It wouldn't have any impact on me." Right now, I think Trump was I think it was two things. I think Trump is trying to make Diddy beg. I think that was a part of it. And it's because, bro, you went against me and you went with Kamala and you went with Biden. And now I'm trying to make you beg. I want you to humble yourself. You know, billionaires are very egotistical and prideful. Most rich people are. But billionaires especially. Ain't nobody really checking them. So, you know, Trump probably is like, man, I'm going to make you beg and then I'm going to say no. Yeah. And it's crazy because you got to be careful of the people that you step on because you never know who you're going to need later. You know, and now it's Diddy in a position where it seems like he needs Trump because he's about to do that time. So that brings us to today, which is the latest updates on this situation. Now, it's been reported that 50 Cent was gloating, and we know 50 is going to gloat. And the relationship between 50 and Diddy, is everybody kind of aware that we all believe that it was 50 Cent's baby mom, not his oldest son, but his youngest son's mother, that was the one on stand testifying against Diddy? We know that she used to date Diddy, right? Let me see if we can find that. We know she used to date Diddy, and the puzzle pieces were put together that she was the one testifying when the trial was going on. And it was no secret that, you know, people felt like it's her. You know, especially because some of the stuff that she said during the trial was like, oh, he threatened to tell my baby's father. He threatened to send him pictures. Like Diddy did that to her. He sent me from California to what'd she say? Let me see if I can pull this up. She said Diddy would fly me from California to Miami to do things, to transport drugs. And this is 50 Cent and Diddy's baby moms. Or Diddy and 50 Cent's baby moms, I should say. And, you know, this is them in Miami at Diddy's house in Miami or whatever. So people put the 2 and 2 together and said, this is why 50 hates Diddy so much. Because of that. Regardless of the reasoning behind it, 50 Cent is getting the last laugh, it seemed like. And here's something as a side note. 50 is rarely wrong about dudes. When he say something, every time 50 say something about somebody, I'll automatically assume he got some behind the scenes information that we don't know. that he just ain't ready to share yet. Because when he was the first one I heard saying Puff is a fruit pop and all that. You got to give it, like, he was ahead of the curve for real. And people was like, oh, 50 just hating. You know. Anyways, y'all remember when 50 said, yeah, he tried to take me shopping. Anyways, it says the article reports that 50 Cent glosses Trump nixes pardon for half innocent Diddy for now. Donald Trump believes Sean Diddy Combs is only, quote, half innocent out of his trafficking trial, but there will be no presidential pardon right now for the much accused Grammy winner, according to the report. It says just 2 days after the exclusive report that Trump was, quote, seriously considering such a pardon, and the White House played his cards close to the chest, now no pardon stance. Trump's no pardon stance makes Diddy's foe, 50 Cent, very happy. 50 said this as a quote. He said, can you believe he thought he was getting pardoned? 50, I'm telling you, if God can't get through to you, 50 Cent will, I promise you. Hit that like button if you're watching, if you ain't hit it yet. Said, can you believe he thought he was getting pardoned? 50 posted this on social media with this AI generated photo that you guys see right here. It said, the article says, 50 said, can you believe he thought he was getting pardoned? No, sir, you are not. You said very nasty things. When the very nasty things is 50 repeating what Trump said to him. Like, oh, these are very nasty things that he said. And I'm about to show you guys some of them things that were said. This is the picture. 50 posted this. 50 is funny for this, man. I'm sorry. I know it's a man's freedom on the line, but this is funny. Because it's 50. Say, yet Trump being Trump, all this can change on a dime. Sticking it to the federal prosecutor sweeping case. The 8 men and 4 women on the jury found Combs guilty of lesser charges in the transportation and engaged prostitution. This is why I said to you guys too, when the trial was going on, we was reporting on it. I said, any conviction is not good in this system, bro. You get convicted, it don't matter. Like, he beat the serious charges. Nobody cares. The federal court looks at him like, you're a convicted this. You know, like you're a convicted criminal now, bro. It don't matter. And until you out of jail and off of them papers, you not out of jail and off of them papers. You ain't free until you off them papers and out of jail. And so people celebrate it prematurely.